Hey Fit Club, it's Luke. How you doing? I'm here to talk about the spring meltdown. So this is an intro video of the challenge, which you will have a quiz on this. There'll be details in here to have that you'll have a quiz on, but this isn't necessarily your tips video. Those are going to start next week. So I wanted to just create the foundation, lay out the platform, so you know what's going on, and you can start putting your plan together or continue to put your plan together. For those of you that have been in challenges for a while, a lot of this is not going to be very new to you, but we have a lot of newbies doing this challenge, and I'm excited to help you out. So here we go. So we're going to rock and roll in the week one intro. So week one, here we're going to talk about what to expect from the weekly tips. We're going to talk about changes for the spring meltdown. And finally, we are going to talk about the weekly quizzes. So, all right, what to expect from weekly quizzes. Now, you're going to see a three-prong approach on nutrition, exercise, and supplements. So we use, the coaches and I, we call ourselves results coaches because I think we're the only gym that has results coaches, by the way, and because we made that name up. And we say results coaches because we coach to results. Okay. Now, we're not sure what's gonna take for your metabolism to go in the direction that you want it to go, or for you to get the results that you want. But we have a pretty good idea of how to get you started, and then tailor your program to your metabolism so you can get the results that you want. And we use these three things because they're very simple action items. Not easy, but simple. So nutrition, exercise, supplements, the three of them are very, very simple actions. So they're simple actions, but your metabolism is not simple. It's very complicated. There's a lot going on here, folks. And like I said, the results coaches, we don't know what it's going to take for your body to adapt. Some people's metabolism, because of their DNA, their genetics, their 20 to 30 to 40 years of environmental factors that had happened to them, their movement, mechanical deficiencies. Like, some people operate better on carbs, some people operate better on protein, some fat, some do better with cardio, some do better with weight, some people have glutes, some people don't. There's an incredible amount of variables, you guys. So that's why it's really important to take an approach of following a plan that your coach gives you, because life is complicated. Don't overcomplicate your program. Okay, so most people, when they start this, it's if you're brand new to these challenges, you're going to be looking at doing a very simple plan: tracking your calories, working out 4 days a week, getting 8,000 MEPs in the challenge, and then taking a multivitamin and fish oil. Like, sometimes, like, those are just basic goals, but they're very, like I said, simple, not easy actions to set for yourself. Okay, next slide. So we're going to talk about the language that we like to use in Fit Club, and in the two types of programs that we typically have people on. Now, we typically categorize you as either a fat burner or a lean earner. Okay. Now, the fat burner is typically where you start. If you've never really done this thing before, you've never done fitness or done full body strength training, typically your first step is fat burner. And what that means is we want to help you teach your body to burn fat for fuel. How do you burn fat for fuel? That's a great question. I'm glad you asked. Now, number one, your body will not release fat source unless you give it the minimal amount of calories it's required to run itself on. So your body needs a certain amount of calories to run. And if you're feeding your body 1,000 calories a day and it requires 1,500 a day, your body is not going to release fat for fuel. It's certainly not going to add skeletal muscle. So guess what? Your team's not going to score very many points, because body comp is half of your score this time around. We'll talk about that later. But that's important to realize. That's just one component. There's a few different components that we use to get your body to burn fat, but you got to listen to your coach. Now, being a fat burner, that means that your primary objective, your primary strategy is to teach your body to burn fat for fuel. Okay. And in addition, you are going to build muscle. That's going to happen. But the primary is to burn fat. Okay. Now, this person has greater than 15% body fat, greater than 20 as a female. You need to lose some scale weight. You're new, like I said, to full body strength training. And like I said, Losing fat may be the primary, well, losing fat is a primary objective, but like I said, you may need to lose some scale weight. If you're a lean earner, less than 15, less than 20, you've done it before. This is not your first rodeo, okay? You've been successful in losing fat, probably lost some weight. All right, you got 3 months of full body strength training experience from a coach, right? Doing full body strength with a coach is much different than doing it on your own. Hopefully, guys, if you guys have done our classes, hopefully you get that and agree with me. Okay. Now, this person has taught their body to burn fat. Now, if you just stayed in fat burner, okay. Now, these body comps are they're just very, very generalized. This is not written in stone because if nothing changes, nothing changes. If you continue to do the same program that got you to lose, maybe you went from 20% body fat or as a male down to 16% body fat, okay? But you did it and you followed the plan. Now, in order to get you lower body fat, you might have to switch to being a lean earner. You might have to do a different strategy, which we'll talk about in a second, to get there, okay? And with every pound of skeletal muscle mass you gain, you're going to increase your metabolism. Studies say that it's between 50 and 100 calories of metabolism per day. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I just know that if you add muscle, you burn more calories, you move better. So you probably burn more calories as you exercise too. Okay. So some of the things to think about. So here's an example fat burner plan. You're going to carb backload your face off. Okay. You might carb cycle, not right away, but you're going to carb backload your face off. And if you don't know what that is, talk to your coach. It's a great way to get your body to burn fat for fuel. And essentially, you're not consuming starch or fruit until the end of day, okay, till like dinner time, okay? Okay, now this person, fat burner, you're not doing much for carb before and after you lift. Exercise, it's mainly blue-green because we want to burn fat. Blue-green is mainly fat burning, okay? You're doing supplements before you work out that are low in carbohydrates, okay? Spark and Catalyst, great. Post Bipro, it's just mainly protein. Okay, there's little carbs, but not much to affect your insulin. Okay. Now, leaner on the other side of the story. All right, we're gonna take that sacrifice. We're gonna be okay with having a 3-to-1 carb to protein ratio after you lift. Okay, that means there's 3 carbs every gram of protein. So there's 30 carbs to 10 protein in your post workout. That's gonna spike your insulin. Okay. And insulin is what tells your body to store things. Okay. So you're not burning fat during that time. But as a lean earner, we want to build muscle. So you need to shuttle nutrients into your muscle mass, into your muscle, and your muscle cells. Okay. Now, this person might need some carbs before you work out. I don't typically do carbs before I lift and do full body strength. So some people do. All right. Exercise. It's the same as the fat burner, but you can do higher level cardio, and you're not necessarily worried as much about being in that fat burning zone. That's your list of supplements that you can do as a lean earner. And like I said, those are going to adjust insulin and mess with that a little bit more than the fat burner. But like I said before, we're going to take that sacrifice. Hey, how do we know your plan is working? We look at your in-body. Okay. This is the horse's mouth, people. This is if you know it's happening or not. And we will adjust your plan based off of the results that you get or don't get, right? So everybody's going to get results no matter what you do. Now, are they the results you want? And if you're good with those results, then your coach should be good with those results, right? So we're here to help you get to where you want to go, not to where the coach wants you to go. And we look at your in-body and we measure this. You measure it here in about a month to see how your plan is working. Okay. Now, if you're losing muscle and not losing fat, then you need to adjust your plan. Something is not going the way you want it to go. Okay, because I don't care who you know. Your main objectives as you do this fitness journey, right? The physiological adaptation of fitness and exercise and nutrition should be building muscle and losing fat. Those are indications of a very healthy human being. So let's do that. All right. Speaking of healthy humans, we got changes for this challenge. Okay. We made some changes to help you be the best that you possibly can be. And one of those first changes are capping at 12,000. So Why 12,000? Okay, now if you do the math on it, that would mean that you're working out 6 days a week for an hour, getting 240 MEPs. We rounded up to 12,000, but I don't think people should necessarily plan to work out more than that. Okay, if you work out 6 days a week and you max out that hour and you get 240 MEPs, you're in yellow and red the whole time, which I know is not realistic, but this math made sense. So you do that 6 days a week for 8 weeks. That's like 11.5. We rounded it up to 12. Okay, so you won't get any more points for your team. We're still going to acknowledge the MEPinator on this, and we're going to champion you because you crush MEPs. But as a team, we're going to cap it at 12 per person. Okay, body comp is now worth 50%, like I said earlier, of your score. That was 40% before, so that means we got to take a little out of your MEPs. So MEPs are worth 20. They were worth 30. Okay, fit test and quiz are the same. So hopefully you guys are behind this. A couple other reasons why we made this decision is because the results we got of that last challenge, we had awesome results. We didn't gain as much skeletal muscle mass as I feel like we should have as a group. And I watch it from a macro level, which is a kind of a beautiful thing with the InBody. We're able to do this. But we did awesome at burning fat. We crushed it. I want to see if we can get a little bit more strength and a little bit more skeletal muscle mass added to your bones. So hopefully you guys are excited. I know I am. So let's get out there and change our bodies. Reach out to me, reach out to your coach if you have any questions on this stuff, but we are here to support you because we believe in you. Okay, next, quiz details. A couple updates. Now, quiz is out every Friday at noon. Okay, lunchtime on Friday, closes Sunday night, 11:59. Hopefully you're sleeping. Okay, I know I'm coaching on Monday morning, so I am sleeping. Tips will be posted earlier in the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. We'll email them to you and post them in the Facebook group. 10% of your score, reminder, comes from the quiz and accountability. So just remember that. That's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. You will be quizzed on some of the material in this presentation. Your nutrition, exercise, and supplement tips will start next week so we can help you be the best version of yourselves. Thanks, guys.